Hello again and welcome to another Friday Photo Quick Tip. I'm Kate Sylvia and today I'm going to talk about dodging and burning in Photoshop. However, having said that, I never use the dodge and burn tools that come within Photoshop. I just don't like them. So this is what I do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an empty layer and I'm going to fill it with 50% gray. Now you can click on the drop down here, black, white, 50% gray. You can fill it with a color, but not for this technique. For this technique, we want 50% gray, and I want my blending mode in here to be normal, opacity at 100%, and I'm gonna click OK. Yes, that's exactly what should happen. You should have now a gray layer on top of your background. So from here, I'm going to change the blending mode to overlay. And so now it looks like nothing's really happening, which is great. That's exactly what I want. So I'm going to select my brush by typing the letter B, and I'm going to choose a low opacity. A very high opacity is just too heavy-handed, it's too much. So I am going to either type the number maybe 2 for 20%. If I type 1.5, I get 15%. Now notice down here, when I am painting with black, it is going to darken my image by 15%. When I paint with white, it is going to brighten whatever I brush by 15%. So let's do a nice big, make sure we have a soft brush. Yes, we do. And so here we go. Nope, that's dark. Undo that. Type the X key to flip that from black to white or white to black. And this is a wonderful way to just come in here and brighten all of that. I'm going to type the X key. I'm going to darken this. Maybe one more time up in here, and we'll type the X key again, make it a little bit smaller, just brighten up these flowers. The things that are in shadow here, I just want to see a little bit more detail in that pink. Really bring it out. Now the effect that you do here is cumulative. You can see how on my layer here, certain areas are very, very light gray, some areas are darker gray, and that just depends on how many times I tap in a particular spot at that lower opacity. So if I just go click, 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 click up here in this corner, which I don't want to do, it will add that effect cumulatively. So let's do a little before and after. So here's before and after. We have completely adjusted the lighting in this image. This is absolutely wonderful for portrait photographers who were forced to work in midday light. I know we all hate it, but you get those horrible shadows. This is one way to deal with it. And landscape photographers, this is going to be your new favorite toy, to come in here and just paint dark, light, dark, light, dark, light, and really just draw the eye into exactly where you want. If I have an image that has a path running through it, right through the middle, I will brighten that path a little bit and just very gently dark around the edges. And it doesn't look like you have come in here and done, how many brush strokes. I have set up an action in Photoshop that will actually create this layer, fill it with gray, change the blending mode to overlay, and all with one click. And that you can see in another video. Don't forget to give it a like and subscribe, and I will see you again soon.